Hi, my name is Harrison Mooney. I'm one of the co-founders of Canucks hockey blog Pass It to Boulis.
I'm Daniel Wagner, the other co-founder of Pass It to Boulis.
Together we make up a Canucks hockey blog called
Pass It to Boulis.
Good. Okay.
We practiced this.
I'm sorry. The whole Scrabble thing started when I heard Tanner Glass in an interview with the Team 1040, and he was talking about playing Scrabble with Aaron Rome on the team plane, having some epic Scrabble battles. And I thought, that's a really strange thing, hockey players playing Scrabble. I'm going to challenge him. So I challenged him to a game of Scrabble, and a month later, he had accepted the challenge. It was about a week after the challenge. A reader named Annie Mae, she made a t-shirt, this t-shirt, kind of the best t-shirt ever, Tanner Glass Scrabble Champ. And the shirt's really what got it most of the traction. It got a lot of people's attention. Eventually we had Tanner Glass's sister and a friend of his from Saskatchewan tweeting us saying, how can I get one of those shirts? And we said, well, you've got to get Tanner to accept the challenge. Sure enough, 3 weeks after that, he'd accepted it. And then from there, it just took off.
It was mentioned on Hockey Night in Canada. We had articles in both the Vancouver Sun and the Province, as well as the Abbotsford Times. There was a lot of media attention, and Tanner Glass fed into that by responding and doing interviews with the media. And eventually, Derek Jory from Canucks.com, who we have to praise because he did such a great job setting up the event.
Mad respect for Derek Jory.
He did a great job, and especially the idea to take pledges for Team Glass and Team Mooney. That's what raised a lot of the money for Canuck Place for Kids, the Canucks Kids Fund, and that was a huge success. And the credit has to go to Derek Jory on that one.
The game was actually really stressful. I think at one point Tanner actually looked up and he said, this is kind of intense. There were about 20 people from the Canucks marketing staff and people from Canuck Place and, Tanner's fiance, and there were a lot of people gathered around Tanner, really kind of watching his every move. Nobody was gathered around me. It was a very clear area back there.
They were all on Tanner's side.
Yes.
Figuratively and literally.
Yes. But it got really quiet as soon as the game started, and just really intense. And as the game went along, I think everybody loosened up a little bit, and we started to have some fun. But really at the beginning there, you'd have thought it was a playoff Scrabble game. Tanner Glass was pretty good. I was surprised. I'd heard that he just started playing this year, and for a guy that just started playing this year, I think that he did pretty well for himself. I mean, not that he was good.
He was better. He was better than he claimed to be.
Yes.
Aaron Rome before the game said that he was a grinder both at hockey and at Scrabble, and it was completely true. He played a lot of three-letter words that were just very, very positionally sound, just like Tanner Glass on the penalty kill. He went hard into the corners for those triple word scores.
He definitely did.
It was some good board play.
The kids were fantastic. It was such a treat to have them there, and Tanner was absolutely amazing with them. He had such a great rapport with them from the moment he walked in, and it was just really neat to see him in that environment, to see him consult with them and include them and use their suggestions. I mean, Jackson came up with menswear, and that was clearly the word of the match. I thought that Tanner's ability to interact with those kids was really one of the highlights of the day, and of all the things that I saw, I think that was one of the things that I was the most impressed by.
And you could tell his fiance was looking on approvingly.
She probably said, okay, that's why I said yes.
Clearly.
He's good with kids.
Very good with kids.
Yeah.
One of the really cool things was seeing the reaction from our own fans, who we affectionately call Boolies.
We have fans.
We have fans at Pass It to Boulis, not just our parents and our wives, which is really gratifying. Just the fact that everyone latched onto it and they were really behind us getting to play Scrabble with Tanner Glass, and as soon as it became a reality, they got behind us with donations to the Canucks for Kids Fund, and all their talk about it, like the fact that they were so excited about it, really made the difference. The fact that it wasn't just us pushing for this game. It never would have happened if it was just us.
And it definitely became something bigger than our blog. I mean, you know, there were people who maybe became fans of our blog because of the Scrabble challenge. And I mean, there are people who got involved in the Scrabble challenge because of what it was, and maybe they couldn't care about our blog one way or the other. But it was definitely it was a big thing. I think I was surprised at how many people cared about a hockey player playing Scrabble. But I mean, I think it really touched on something that we don't see that often, which is hockey players and what they're like outside of, you know, the hockey arena. And so I think people really got behind just an opportunity to see a different side of Tanner Glass and to see, you know, something unique and original and different from their hockey players. As far as this event, I mean, we want to do it again. We raised $9,000, and I think we can raise more. I'd love to hit 5 figures next time around. There are other Canucks who have yet to be Scrabbled and who have yet to Scrabble us. I saw Yannick Hansen talk a lot of trash. Aaron Rome is a forgotten Scrabbler. You know, he seems upset that he was overlooked in those epic Scrabble battles in the challenge. And you know what? This guy was overlooked. So you know what, Aaron Rome and Skeeter, I think there's a game right there.
I think so.
You know, I mean, there were enough people who were interested in this and who wanted to weigh in on this that I think we can have a bigger challenge. I think we can have a bigger tournament. You know, you shouldn't just be able to challenge the Scrabble champion and win the title. This isn't the old days of the Stanley Cup, the Challenge Cup. Now, you've got to go through a couple of opponents first.
Absolutely. Okay? And now that there's an actual Scrabble champion trophy, I think people are going to want to win that.
I'm not relinquishing that, you know, without you at least going through 4 bloody rounds of battles to get to me. I'm dead serious.
We saw a lot of people were excited about it, including a guy like Brent Butt who chimed in on Twitter during the game. So we'd love to get celebrities outside of the Canucks who might want to be involved. It would be great to get more Canucks involved, perhaps even team up with some other members of the community and make it a bigger event, make it more of a chance to raise more money for the kids.
I want to play Michael Bublé.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, you know, I want to know if he's as smooth while tiling as he is while singing standards.
It's true. I don't know whether Michael Bublé plays Scrabble.
Let's find out. Michael Bublé, bring it.
Michael Bublé, do you play Scrabble?
If so, call us.